Hello student and welcome to our class today. Today I want us to discuss about the rules of probability. So in our previous class we discussed what probability is, and we said it's actually the possibility or the likelihood or the chance that an event is going to happen in future. We also went ahead and we looked at the terms that are commonly used in probability, and I emphasized their importance here. In this case now here, on the rules of probability, we want to see when we are computing probability, which are the laws that we need to apply and how are they applied. Probability has got two laws. We have got two laws, and these laws, we have a law we call the addition law, also known as the OR, the OR law, or another law we refer as the multiplication law. So it is either the all or the multiplication, which is also known as the AND law. So this is actually number one. Number one is the addition law. Number two, we have the multiplication, which is also known as the AND law. So it is either the addition law or the multiplication. Let me start with the first one, which is the addition law. The addition law. The addition law, it is normally applied in the mutually exclusive events. Remember, this law we said it is also referred as the OR law. The mutually exclusive events are those events which cannot happen or occur at the same time. Therefore, if one occurs, the other one is not going to occur. And because of that, that's why we normally use the term OR. The term OR here means it is either this or that, but not both of them. Like, for example, if we have a scenario whereby we are tossing a coin, if, for example, we are tossing a coin, you will find that it is either the head or the tail that is going to show up, but not both of them. So the probability of that particular kind of a scenario, uh, that the head or the tail is going to show up, is actually going to be a half-half. The probability of head is actually a half, and the probability of tail is also a half. So probability of head or tail is going to be a half plus a half, meaning that we add the probabilities when we are dealing with such kind of events. So you find this one is going to give us what? 1. So the OR rule is normally applied in mutually exclusive events, and we can come here with our general formula. We say if two events, let's say events A and B are mutually exclusive, then the probability of or B, A or B happening will be equal to probability of A plus the probability of B. We normally add the two probabilities, and that's why it is known as the addition law. So you can have a scenario here or a question whereby you are told the probability that a student is going to carry an umbrella, probability of a student carrying an umbrella here is 3/7. The probability of raining if he carries an umbrella, if he carries an umbrella, the probability of raining, the probability of raining is maybe 2/5. Now you are asked, what is the probability that the student is going to carry an umbrella or it rains. The probability of having an umbrella or it rains, it is going to be 3 over 7 plus 2 over 5. And you solve this one, you find that everything is going to be over that 5. And this is 5 times 3, which is 15, plus this is 7. 7 times 2 is 14. So you'll find this one is going to be 29 over that 5. So anytime you are talking about the OR rule, you add the two probabilities. Let us go to the next law, which is the multiplication law. The multiplication law, which we said it's also known as the AND law. This law is normally applicable in the independent events. Remember we said independent events are those events whereby the happening or non-happening of one event does not affect the happening or non-happening of the other event. Therefore, both events can take place. So A and B, if we have those as our events, that is event A and B, event A and B can happen at the same time. In that case, if you have two events which are independent, the probability of event A and B happening will be equal to probability of event A times probability of event B. We just multiply the two events. So independent events, they can happen at the same time, and if they can happen at the same time, anytime we are working on them, we normally use the multiplication law, and the multiplication law we normally multiply the probabilities of those events for us to be able to get the answer. So you have, like, for example, you are given a question like this. It is a box or a bag that has 8 black balls. We are given a bag that has got 8 black balls and 5 white ones and 5 white balls. These balls are actually the same. It is only the color that is different. So you are asked find the probability of drawing a black and a white ball. Find the probability of drawing a black and a white ball. So first of all, anytime you are presented an information which has got a number of items contained somewhere, we normally add them. So in that particular bag, we had 13 balls. We had a total of 13 balls. That is 8 plus 5. We had 13 balls. So in working out this probability, part 1 or part A, you are told uh, with replacement. With replacement here means you pick the ball, you note the color, then you return it inside the bag again. So the probability of black in that particular case is going to be 8 out of 13 because there were 8 balls out of the total of 13. Probability of a white ball is going to be equal to 5 out of 13 because there were 5 white out of the 13. Therefore, if we are replacing these balls, then you will realize that the probability of white followed by black, the probability of white followed by black, probability of white and black, it simply means that the probability that the first ball that is going to be picked is going to be white, and then we note it and then we return because it is about replacement, and then we pick the black. So the white ball, you will find that the probability is 5 over 13, and because we are using and here, we multiply by 8 over 13, and by so doing you will be getting the answer for that particular question. By so doing you will be getting the answer to that particular question, and it's going to be done. So you find it is The answer is as simple as that. So we need to understand, when do we use the or rule and when do we use the and rule? When do we use the or rule and when do we use the and rule? So having said that, we can look at some questions that are going to be presented to you. In actually the notes that I've given you, all those questions are actually worked out. You will find that each and every question, it has a working, and either it is going to apply the all rule or the and rule. So, but allow me to note this here. If, for example, this question was talking about without replacement, if it was without replacement, the probability of white and black balls being picked is going to be, the first ball to be picked, the probability is 5 over 13 because they were total of 13. But if this ball is not going to be replaced, the probability that the next ball is going to be black is actually going to be 8 over 12 because already one white ball has been picked from that particular bag. So you find that now the answer will change if it is a case of without replacement. Without replacement, we are going to have one ball less here. So it's going to be out of 12. Thank you very much.